the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight we wrap up our Monday night schedule with another great matchup here in Week 17. As it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force. And if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down. The Rams at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's tough to play zone defense where they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do because when you see a guy cut in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. Now Stafford. Man open left side. It's Williams. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They run. It's Williams. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And looking to throw, Penix. And caught by London. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Penix. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
17 at the 32-yard line.
Working out of the gun here. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Algier going straight ahead. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier. 17 carries, 59 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Penix. This pass is caught by London. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. 3rd and 2.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll throw with Penix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Younghoe Koo on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Rams offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
It's caught here by Adams. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing again is Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle, it's Williams. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now it's Stafford. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like the stars are finding them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. 3rd and goal. Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Penix. Right back to Pitts again. And Pitts is going to pick up the Falcons' 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
That's good. Falcons just down.
Looking to throw, Penix. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. pressure, and down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Throwing is Stafford. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome
welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Penix.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Byron Young. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of time.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Falcons' 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Pass complete there to McClure. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
To throw is Stafford. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And he returns this to the 22. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Starting the drive with Algier. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll throw with Penix. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving... Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Here's Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
And looking to throw, Penix. Short throw, caught by Pitts.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3.
To the air, Penix.
Over the middle, that's caught by McClay. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Penix.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Short throw, caught by Pitts.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
Running free at the 45. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A gain of 47 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Stafford. To the right side, incomplete to Atwell. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
Second and 3 at the 29-yard
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 2nd and 3. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead will give up the middle to Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's a gain of 6. And the Rams, first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
17, Devontae Adams. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Throwing to Stanford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Stafford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time definitely a big. Factor at this stage of the game is in their favor.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time,
and he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Downfield throw tip, but he still got it. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
But you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you want to see some like this stuff you down. Your body gets
and here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
12 more yards. That's another. Falcons.
In motion goes the tight end.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw Penix to the end zone, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
17.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Stafford now to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Stafford. And he is caught. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The busy night continues for Williams. Now a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they will take a knee here.
Damn, I miss you, Justin. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 11 now. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every